Right, so I think stretching, warming, anything else, anything that you want to add, Sarah?
No, I'm fine.
I think your lovely jumper says it all.
You look nice and warm.
You look nice and warm. So just lift and roll your shoulders. And let's just start straight away, stretching up. Really stretch up. Clasp the hands. Reverse them upwards. Go slightly as you bounce in and out to one side. Breathing in, stretching up. And slightly bounce to the other side. Stretching up. Just turn to one side. Stretch up. And turn to the other side. And stretch. Just lower the hands. Lift and roll the shoulders. Slide the hands down to the shins. Half lift. Breathing out, soften in. Breathe in, half lift. And stay here as you breathe out. Soften the knees, press the feet down and roll up to standing. And circle the ankles, the wrists up. Be very flexible if you can do that. And then circle the wrists down. Lift and roll the shoulders. And again, we're just going to come to do that again, maybe with variations, raising up. This is a complete Ayurvedic workout for the body, just to one side. Come to the centre, stretch up. And to the other side. Stretch up. And just turn. Come to the centre and turn. Up to the centre. And then lower the hands. Lift and roll the shoulders. And just lift the heels, testing balance today. And then as you lower the heels, soften the knees and come to engage your abdominal muscles, and then breathing in, stand up. Clasp your hands behind you and just open the shoulders. If you want to bring the hands together, fine, but you will restrict your shoulders potentially. Just turn slightly to the left and come to the centre, and then turn slightly to the right. And then come to the centre. And then just release the hands, just shake the hands, shaking them out. Lift and roll the shoulders. Slide the hands down to the shins. Breathing in, half lift. Breathing out, softening in. Breathing in, half lift. And stay here as you breathe out. And then breathing in, rolling up to standing. Just breathing in, hands up, thumbs together. And just sway from side to side. And then just lower. The hands lift and roll the shoulders. Hands on the hips for your hula hoop. So this is swirling the lower abdominal energy, which is the Apana energy. It's so cold, and I know we've got the heating on. I'm abandoning the class plan because I don't think lying on the ground is going to be Do you want to sort of just walk a little bit and the other? Okay. And then just swirl the knees and swirl them the other way. And then just lift one heel and circle it with the knee and the ankle one way. And then the other way. So this, for not falling over and pricking the ankle, is one of the best things, a very good thing to do, really, the ankle. But I do get that it's easy to do. The other foot as well. It's supposed to come from the brain. Everything seems to come from the brain. All the weaknesses along one side seem to be. And there's a book called We Are Our Brains. It's written by a Dutch doctor, and it's fascinating. But it seems to say everything connects down to our brain, which is like, well, have we got no choice then? You know, that's another. Are they saying that, you know, what happens to us is meant to be? Anyway, just walk your feet. Again, that's getting your circulation going, but it's also, you know, when cats do that,
Yeah.
it kind of just stretches into the limbs. I've seen a fantastic video of all manner of cats going for Christmas trees, and of course we've got Jules's cat coming, thinking, what's going to happen?
They love putting them. This is what budgies do.
Do they? Yes. Oh, and they go out.
Yeah.
And then just lift and roll your shoulders. Feet hip width apart. Slide your hands down the backs of the legs and hold on to the backs of the calves. You can straighten your legs or just keep them bent. And then with your shoulders, bring one shoulder forward and then the other shoulder. So you're just stretching out the upper back here. And then just soften your knees, you're in a forward bend. And then press the feet down and roll up to standing. And then again, just raise the thumbs and just go from side to side. And lower the hands. Just clasp the hands loosely, and then again this comes down to the wrists. One way and then the other way. And then shake the hands out, and then a very familiar swaying from side to side. I think it's very easy to take movement for granted, which I guess we should do. But then if you're stuck in bed or you're not well, and you don't move, you stiffen up ever so quickly.
Yeah.
Just come to slow it down. Lift and roll the shoulders. And we're going to come to some salute to the suns. Sue, you know exactly what you can and can't do, warming us up. There are variations, of course, but feet either together or width apart.
Do you want to come back in? Sorry. No, it's all right.
His hands together at the heart centre. Soften the knees, stretch up, look up, if your neck will take that. And hands together. And then bring your head forward, upright. Soften the knees, soften the elbows. And slide the hands to the floor, to either side of your feet. Step back with the right foot, stretch out the right leg, the right heel. And then drop the right knee. And then slide the left foot back, you're on all fours. And then some very gentle cat-cow, dipping the back, rounding the neck. Dipping the back, and rounding the back. dipping the back. And then as you round the back, bring your bottom toward your heels. You might want to widen your knees and just stretch out. You can lift your bottom up if you want to, so as it becomes like a puppy pose, bending your elbows a bit, just to be comfortable, but just feeling the stretch where you feel you'd like to be stretched. And then just come back to all fours again. We're going to come up to standing, but if you want to join me in downward dog, please do. But if not, then come to a standing at the top of the mat. Come to a downward dog, lengthening the back, then lengthening the legs, widening the feet if you need to, walking the dog by bending one knee and then the other knee. Tummy comes in, back towards the spine a little bit, the perineum engages upwards. And then just soften the knees as you walk your feet to your hands to your feet. Hands onto the shins, half lift. Breathing out, soften in. Breathing in, hands onto the shins. Stay here as you breathe out. And breathing in, rolling up to standing.
Breathing in, hands up, and then circle the hands
Down. Hands together at the heart center. And then just lift and roll the shoulders, release the hands, clasp the hands behind the back, stretching the shoulders. Release the hands and slide them down the backs of the legs. Come to the front of the legs, half lift. And then softening, bring your hands to either side of your feet and slide or step your left foot back. Keep that stretch in the left leg. And then soften the left knee to the ground. And slide your right foot back. Feet are normally flat, but they can be flat or tucked. Breathing in, dipping the back, looking up, and breathing out, rounding back, chin to chest. Breathing in, dipping the back. And breathing out, chin to chest. Again, dipping the back. And breathing out, chin to chest, tuck the toes, tummy in. Come to your downward dog as an option. Maybe walk the feet closer to your hands, maybe make the feet wider. Walk the dog by bending one knee and then the other. Bend both knees. And then walk the feet to the hands, hands to the feet. Hands onto the shins. Half lift. Breathing out, softening. Breathing in, half lift. Stay here as you breathe out. And breathing in, roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing.
and stretching up, and then soften the knee. Wrists down. I did a neti pot this morning, so if you're thinking what am I doing, it's saline water. Lift and roll your shoulders. And again, hands up, hands down.
Step back, right foot. Step back, left foot. Drop the knees to the ground. Come onto your tummy, onto your elbows, Sphinx. Lifting up, pulling your tummy forward, breathing out, lowering your head. Breathing in, coming up again, slide your hands back, press down on your hands to come back to kneeling. Tuck your toes, and then coming to your downward dog, walking the dog. Feet to hands, hands to feet. Soften the knees and rolling up to standing.
Stretching up, lower the hands,
Lift and roll the shoulders, clasp the hands behind you, opening the chest, opening the heart muscles. Come to upright with your head. Slide your hands down the back of your legs. Hands to the ground. Step back. Left foot, right foot. You're in a plank. Drop your knees. Come to line in Sphinx on the floor. Pull yourself forward. Lower your head. Lift up your head. Hands by the chest. Elbows in. Press down. The hands come back to kneeling. Tapping the toes. And then back to downward dog. Walking your feet to your hands to your feet. Rolling up vertebra by vertebra to standing. Hands up and lower. How's your shoulder? Just bearing up.
Yes, do that please.
Step your right foot forward and making a fist, try to think with your right hand, just circle the right elbow back. If you're stiff in your shoulders, bend the elbow. So it's an eye, shoulder and neck exercise. You're following your thumb with your eyes. Come forward. So this is a variation on Warrior One. And then just breathing in, cactus arms, you're opening here. And breathing out, lower the arms. Breathing in, so you soften your knee. Raise the arms a little bit higher, hold the breath. And breathing out. Step the right foot back, lift and roll the shoulders, and step forward with the left foot. Making a light fist with your left hand and circling the left arm forward, following your thumb with your eyes. And then reverse the thumb, the movement of the arm. And then soften the front left knee, cactus arms. Breathing out, lower the arms. As you next breathe in, softening the left knee, a little bit higher, hold the breath in. And then breathing out. Lower the arms. And then step back with the left foot. Lift and roll the shoulders. And then stepping out, I don't often do this, to a wide A. Left foot in, right foot out. So this is for the waist and also a lateral stretch. Place your left hand on your waist and this will open up your left shoulders so you can keep your left arm here. There is an option to raise it, but just keep that left shoulder open. Stretch out your right arm at shoulder length and look beyond your fingers. Almost soften your left knee to lean back and then lean forward, tummy in, and then just drop your hand as a triangle to your right shin. Slide your hand down to where it's comfortable, and then you can look forward, you can look on the ground, you can look up, and I can see two of you already arms up, that's an option. But if otherwise, keep your arm on your waist. But excellent, well done. And then to come out of it, look down to your right foot, soften your right knee, and then coming up to standing. Hands on the waist to turn your right foot in, left foot out, right foot in, Right hand stays on the waist now. It could stay here or go up, your choice. And then left hand forward. Lean back to come forwards, dropping your left hand to your shin or further, opening out to the right. Hand up or stay on your waist. Feel that you're extending, leading with your chest, and that your body follows the line follows a straight line, that you're stretching evenly to either side of your body. You can look down, forwards or up. If you look up, tuck your chin in. And then look down to the floor to soften your left knee to come back up again. Place your right hand on your left hand on your waist, both hands are on your waist. Turn your left foot in, soften the knees, and then slide the hands down the leg. Bring the left hand to the right ankle or shin, right hand on the waist, and look almost upwards, chin in. You can raise your right hand if that works, it's easier this way, otherwise keep it on your waist. And then come to drop forward and walk your right hand to your left shin, your left ankle. Left hand on the waist, looking either up or raise the left hand. And back to the centre, hands on the ground, and then just soften the knees as you sway from side to side. And then really soften the knees, bring your hands onto your waist, and then you can heel toe your feet back in again.
And then just move your feet in. Lift and roll the shoulders.
And then if we can, hopefully we've walked up to come down to the mat, to come to a seated position. And legs out in front of you. Just some circulation boosters here. Bottom out from underneath you. Hands to either side, out to your feet, out to your legs. Rub your legs, pat them, rub your arms if you need to. Just boost the circulation up. And hands to either side of you again, and now the feet, toes up and then toes away. And then circle the ankles. I can really feel that in my strained ankle. Circling them one way. And then circling them the other way. And then bend up the left leg. Just hold the left leg. Almost take the left foot off the ground, which will engage your abdominal muscles. And then just open your left leg and knee to the left. Rest your left ankle on top of your right leg, place it on the floor. And use your hand just to circle your left ankle in one direction. And then circle the ankle in the other direction. If you can bear to thread your fingers between your toes, do. If you can't bear that, then just move the feet forwards and backwards. It's just a way of getting into the feet a little bit, perhaps better. And then using the knuckles, if that's the best way, you can you're used to for any advice, just to rub underneath the
Yeah,
sole.
you can get in a bit deeper if you use your knuckles.
Remembering that the feet represent the body. So any bit that's sore or stiff. And then just really nurture your foot as you just hug the left knee to the chest together. And then you just very, very gently supporting it. As you slide the left leg out, just massage around the whole knee joint. And then just very gently hug the right knee into the chest. Take the right foot off the ground and feel the abdominal muscles engage, tummy muscles. Then open the knee to the right. And we're going to do the same on this side. However you can bear, whether you can thread your fingers through or just on the top, it doesn't really matter. Threading through is more yogic, just to move your feet. And then circle your ankle one way, which I think we did first the other way around. And then circle the ankle the other way. This comes within a set of exercises called Palamukstana, which is moving the energies, an anti-rheumatic set of exercises. And really very iconic. And then just using your knuckles to rub the soles of the feet where you think that you might like to rub. And then hug the right knee into the chest. Don't often do this, but optionally, just bring the toes towards you, big toes towards you, and sit on your bottom, tummy in. You really have to engage. This is optional because you might go backwards. Patsy's doing it. Just open your. The more you sit up, the more you're engaging your core. It is lovely if you can actually do that. Well done.
Looks lovely. You're very good. I can't even think about it.
I'm not very good at many things, but I just quite like that. And then just bring your feet in. And then we have done a turn, but just hands to either side of you. And just lengthen the body, breathing out. Turn to the right, so the left hand goes somewhere on the outside of the right thigh, right hand behind. Keep the turn of the body and then turn your head back to go towards the left. Bring the head to the centre and then come with your body back. Just slide your hands down your shins. Just have an in and an out breath here. And then breathing in, come to sitting upright, hands to either side of you, just lengthening, lifting your chest. Breathing out, turn to the left. Left hand behind, right hand somewhere on the left leg. Turn to look over the left shoulder. Turn your head back to the right. Bring your head back to the centre. And then bring your body back to the centre and just slide your hands. You lead with the chest, tummy in, and then just release and relax forward. If you've got long arms, you can hold your big toes. If you haven't, just go to wherever it is on the shins that might work for you. Forward bend, calming for the nervous system. And then just sitting up. If you can stay with your legs out, but if you can come cross-legged, then that's absolutely wonderful. Hands either on the knees or on your legs out. We're just going to do some sitting cat-cow. Breathing in, sitting up. Breathing out, chin to chest. Another couple of times. And then sitting up, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just a few breaths. Bringing up your nitric oxide. I think Wim Hof grabs air in and out through the mouth. But sticking to your big in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And then let that go. We're finally going to come, when you're ready, onto the backs. And straight away, hug knees into the chest. And just rock from side to side. Really rocking over as much as you need to. So you're massaging lower back, top and bottom, your GB 30 point, I think, which is your gallbladder point, back of the head. Knees in is helpful for the apana energy, the foundational energy. Pain relieving. And then circle the knees a few times in one direction. Your knees come together as you hug your knees into your chest, and let the knees drift to arm's length. Open them in a V and then just circle them. And then just circle them in the opposite direction. You're keeping your hip joints flexible here. And then supporting your legs underneath, bring your feet back down to the earth. Knees are hip width apart, hands are palms down. And then just a couple of pelvic tilts, flattening back to the ground and then moving the opposite direction. There's a little gap underneath your lower back, flattening back and then moving in the opposite direction. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into some what I call gentle rolling bridge, which is very helpful for your back strength. So press your feet into the ground, lift your bottom up as little or as much as you would like. Tuck your chin into your chest, and then just bend your elbows up and straighten your arms out as much or as little as you want. Stretch your arms. And then as you breathe out, start to lower your back to the ground. And your arms will naturally follow, so it's less effort. Half or 3/4 through your breath, lower your arms, hug your knees into your chest. Soles of the feet go to the ceiling in a V. Extend your heels. Palms of the hands come together through the V. Depending on how strong you are with your neck, you can either drop a hand behind the head to lift the head and neck upwards to look at your hand through the V, or if you're very strong, don't need the support, just lift without the support of your hand. Either way, lower your head back down to the ground and hug the knees into the chest, and then place the feet back down onto the earth, palms down. And once again, flatten the back of the back, lift the back, press the feet down, raise the arms, either bent at the elbow or then stretching out, chin comes to the chest. And as you start to breathe out, lower the back down to the ground. When the back is connected to the ground, you'll start to feel your arms come down. And then you can lift your knees, hug your knees into your chest. And as you breathe in, soles of the feet up to the ceiling, feet open in a V, extend your heels to feel the inside of the legs. Palms together, either lifting your head up or using your hand to support your head and neck. And then relaxing the head back down onto the ground. Hug the knees into the chest. And the feet back down onto the ground. And then one last time, palms down, flatten the back, lift the back up. You can roll your shoulders underneath if you want to, raising your hands then up, stretching up. And then when you're ready, breathing out, lower your back down to the ground, your bottom to the ground, lower your hands, and follow naturally, hugging the knees into the chest. And then just very gently, soles of the feet to the ceiling, palms together, lifting up as an option, lowering the head down to the ground, hugging the knees into the chest. And once more, just rocking from side to side. And then switching to this very familiar, hugging the knees into the chest, still holding them, let them drift to arm's length. Hugging into the chest, to your own breath pattern. And then just start to rock again from side to side. You can almost rock almost onto the sides of your upper arms, almost right over. And then just roll onto the side. We're going to come to a seated position, so come to sitting however you want. Just slide the left hand to the left, raise the right elbow, chin into the chest. You can extend the right arm. Tummy in as you come upright. And then slide the right arm to the right, hand to the right. Left elbow bends, chin to chest. Just stretch out the left arm if you want to. Tummy in as you come up. Just walk your hands slightly forward, lead with the chest. You might feel that on the hips. And then just come up. And then for plump cheeks and wonderful complexion, take a bit of air and just swish it from side to side and around the mouth. Pushing out your mouth, your cheeks. And then just release. And then take your fingertips and just very, very gently tap all over your forehead, under your eyes, wherever you feel that you want any, under your, just tapping, just waking up the face, waking up the scalp if you need to. And then releasing the hands. And finally, taking a stepped breath in. So you breathe in, hold the breath, breathe in a bit more, breathe into the top, and then breathing out all in one go through either the nose or the mouth. So we're stretching the lungs from the inside, breathing in a little bit more, and a bit more. Stretch, and when you're ready, just release. Breathing in a little bit more up to the top, and breathing out. And this time, breathe in all in one go and step it out. Breathe in one big breath. Breathe out a little bit more, a little bit more. Breathing in one big go. Breathing out a little bit more, and a little bit more. Last one, breathing in one go. Breathing out a little bit. Breathing out a little bit. And back to a normal breath. And then this is mad. If you turn your preferred finger, so the fingernails are facing forward, stick those fingers in your ear, and with the pad of your finger, press backwards and downwards, you're activating your vagus nerve. So in the middle of Christmas, when you're going mental, when you're having a bad day, a bad moment, in the ear, fingernails forward, in the ear, and then with the pads, press backwards towards the back of your head. And just find a spot where your fingers feel comfortable. And that is the vagus nerve ending. So at Christmas, when you're going utterly mad, if you stick your fingers in your ears and ignore everybody,
You'll disappear when they see you do that.
they'll disappear and leave you in peace. And you'll calm yourself down. So it's just feeling that. It also opens the ear, which comes to another fascinating thing about hearing and autism. There's special little plugs that you can have with holes in them. And it activates and calms children down apparently with autism, but improves their hearing. And then just come to have a thoughtful day for yourself, wishing you or somebody or people well. Set your intention for the day. Have that thought a couple of times. And then just bring your hands to your heart and mentally think kind thoughts, kind words, kind deeds. Thank you.